Hey there. In this video, I'll be covering Drumforge David Bendeth update. Hi. Okay, so I did a video, or I did a review on Drumforge David Bendeth a few months ago, and it was scathing. But I don't really give a shit because it is what it is. And judging by the comments, a lot of people agree with me. However, this is the updated version of Drumforge David Bendeth. And I noticed that there haven't been any videos uploaded from Drumforge about this update. So I figured I'd upload my own and let you know what they did and what they didn't do with the update. Because to tell you the truth, there ain't that much of a change. But we'll start from the beginning and then work our way through it, okay? Starting with the logo. Now, there have been a few minor improvements. For instance, when I click on the library path browse button, it does go to the samples folder instead of the mapping folder. The same goes for the drum shots path. However, when I open the factory folder, there are no samples or drum shots in that folder. I mean, I can find them when I don't use the plugin. For instance, if I go to program files, actually, I think I have to do this outside of the plugin. David Bendeth, samples, drum shots. Yeah, okay, there's nothing there. Yeah, big help. All of this is pretty much the same, except resizing the interface is no longer here. It's here when you click this little button here. And that's something they should have done in the first place. Okay. These are all the same. Launch updater, I don't need to click on that because this has already been updated. However, when you click on the quick start button, you will get a quick start guide. Except this time, when you click on the user manual, look at that. You actually have a user manual. All 32 pages of it. Not that any of you are going to use it because nobody uses the goddamn manual anyway, but it's there if you want it because in the last video, when you clicked on the quick start and user manual buttons, you would only get the quick start from both buttons here. So at least they fixed that. Okay, so let's get out of this. The interface hasn't been changed at all. Same shit. The mix page, however, they did add a save as or load drop down, which is what I mentioned in the first video. I said, if you guys want to make any changes or create your own mixer savings, there should be a drop down here where you can save it. Now you can. I don't know if my video was instrumental into provoking them into thinking, you know what? Yeah, maybe we should do that. But anyway, there you have it. Now you can save your mixer settings. Save as, saving the routings. and load. So at least they fixed that. The mixer page is exactly the same. Very bland and boring. Same with the mapping page. Same shit. The song page, I deep sixed all of the presets or the loops because I really just don't give a shit about this. This is something I don't use and something I will never use because if I want to create my own grooves, I can do that in Easy Drummer with no problem at all. So this page here is useless to me. I don't need it. And as I mentioned before, I collect all of these drum plugins specifically for one reason, and that's to create my own kit and map all the kit pieces to my Alesis Strike Multipad module. That's it. You know, I'm not a singer-songwriter. I'm not a guitar player, so I don't need any rhythmical accompaniment. So that's basically what this page is for. And to tell you the honest truth, if I were a singer-songwriter / guitarist, I wouldn't use this anyway because it sucks. Okay? They didn't change anything in here. And to be honest with you, I think it's kind of pointless to have a groove lane and an arranged lane. It should just be one arranged lane where you can drag and drop not only grooves from David Bendeth or Drumforge, but you should also be able to import your own MIDI files, which is something you can't do. For instance, okay, I'll prove it to you. Okay, here's something from the Loop Loft. Classic 12/8, 90 BPM. Click and drag. Oh, you can't do that now, can you? That's bullshit, man. You should be able to drag and drop whatever fucking MIDI file that you have into this. I mean, that's the whole purpose. So nothing was changed here. Yes, it's safe to say that I'm not impressed with the update either, you know. And the funny thing is that this plugin and all of the other plugins from Drumforge are still on sale, including the original Drumforge, as you can see here. Now, I realize that there is a summer sale going on, and seeing as how there is, I decided to get Drumforge Bergstrand, Met, Greiner, and Savior. Why? Because I do like the original layout of the Drumforge Classic or Drumforge Ultimate, whatever the hell it's called. But they still didn't fix the arranging of the drum cards. Just to let you know, if you have Drumforge or if you're planning on getting Drumforge, you can't rearrange the drum cards the way you want, which is what they displayed in that walkthrough, which was produced 9 years ago. Come on, guys, let's update that shit as well. Although I have to tell you, just going back to the original Drumforge, when Joel Wozniak was demonstrating Drumforge, he played a sequence and he was trying to demonstrate how to change out the kit pieces. And right in the midst of that, it crashed. And I thought that was pretty damn funny. And that video is still available. So if you want to check it out, I mean, it's probably like within 3 or 4 minutes in of the video. But I mean, that just proves my point here. You know, how they're not updating anything from their old videos to the newest plugins. And even the old plugins, everything's pretty much the same. Okay, Anyway, the kit page, as I mentioned, is still the same. You still have the sources and the envelopes, the velocity, the sample button, config button, and here is the drum shots window. Now, in the old version, when you click on this plus button, you'll get this drop down with all of these boxes, which to me was still very confusing, but obviously they did away with that. And they have this bland and boring window now. Personally, I like the other one. But regardless, it was still confusing. Anyway, here are all of the drum shots, including a shitload of my own one-shots that I added. Now, here's the situation with the drum shots or your separate wave files. This was another thing they fucked up on. They mentioned something about being able to import your own samples into the kit page. Okay. You can, but then again, you can't. Like, for instance, okay, let's select this snare here, which is the Black Beauty. Okay, now, if I go to the drum shots and then I click on the plus button, let's say I want to use the Angry Badger snare. Okay. Okay, it's added, but it's on top of the Black Beauty sample. Solo. So, I mean, yeah, you can add samples, but I don't like the way you do this. I mean, there should be another waveform window that shows the original sample on top of the one sample that you just loaded. Okay, you hear that? It should just be that, the Angry Badger tight snare. Go back to the kit. I mean, okay, this isn't replacing samples. It's basically layering samples, which is what this window is for. At least I believe. Because you have 12 samples on top of each other. Now, if I click the X here on all but one sample, let's say I just want to hear this one sample. You can still hear them all. So why are these X's here? What the fuck's the point? Let's go back to the drum shots. Okay. Sure. I mean, I would love to just add that one sample right there. Boom. Because it sounds like a cool snare. But now you have all three fucking samples. So it's just too goddamn busy. All right, let's turn the volume down on both of these. Okay, Why are those volume sliders there if I can't turn the fucking volume down? Okay, how about I mute both of these? Pile of shit, guys. I mean, can I adjust the pitch? Oh, wait. Okay. That was muted. My bad. Okay. So there's that. Now, here's the one thing that really pisses me off. Let's say I want to, let's say like if I want to offload this this custom 12-inch here. Okay? And let's say that I want to add a tom of my own choice. I can't because it says no source selected. Instead, I only have these choices right here. Now, here's another thing, and hopefully this won't happen, but when I right-click on one of the kit pieces and try to change out one of the toms here, this plugin will crash. So let's go back to the DW Custom 12. Okay. Now let's go to the Red Sparkle 12. Okay. Now let's select. Now both of those are mapped to the same. Great. Okay. DW Custom 13. Okay. Okay. This 14-inch is selected all by itself. Let's select the DW Red Sparkle 14-inch. Okay. Now you have all three of them. Isn't that great? That is such bullshit, man. Okay, hopefully it'll go back to the default kit. Let's go to the map. Yeah, that was another thing I had to do. I basically deep sixed the original default and created my own, which is, hopefully it'll work this time. Kick, snare, pedal, hi-hat. Nope. So now I have to remap everything again. Oh, and cymbals? Okay, well, at least those were saved. So I know I'm jumping from the samples to the mapping, but I just wanted to show you what happens here when you're trying to change out kit pieces. And this load full tom set shit doesn't seem to work either. Let's see. Another thing. Who in the fuck is going to use a 6-inch suspended tom? Nobody. Except maybe Danny Carey or the late great Neil Peart or the late great Joey Jordison. Maybe. I mean, I don't if you have one of those big Mondo massive fucking kits, yeah. But I don't see too many drummers using a 6-inch tom. 10 is probably where it starts. Then 12, then 13, then 16, then 18. Like so. Right? Let's go to the mapping here. Let's clear the map and start from scratch. For those of you who want to know how to map the kit pieces, this is the way to do it. Select the kick. Click the red record button. Just press down on my right pedal. Snare. Okay. I don't do the side stick or the rim click. I don't give a shit about that. Rack tom 1. I'm going to do 3, 4, 5, and 6. Three, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Hi-hat. Pedal. Closed tight tip. Okay. Now let's go to the cymbals. And this is another thing I'm going to get into. Let's see. Bell tip. Left crash. Right crash. Okay. Now I would like to save that. Save as. Okay. There we go. But there's no kit pieces here, so I think I'll save that again. Actually, I could go to the Drumforge folder. Maps. Oh, presets. Default. There we go. Okay. So that is my default kit. All right. Now, let's get back to the choice of kit pieces here. This is what I was talking about before. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. You have a bunch of different snares here. Okay. You have a minor assortment of kicks. But as you saw, the 6-inch, or starting with the 6-inch, gives you a DW custom 10-inch and a HAL 6-inch. Negative. First of all, deep 6 to 6-inch. Just get rid of it. Fuck it. You don't need it. Start with the 10-inch. And give us a bunch of different options instead of just DW. And these. Round badge, never heard of it. Bop, never heard of it. How about you right click and you give us a whole different assortment of Tama, whether it's Imperial Star, Superstar, Bubinga, or whatever the fuck. Give us a nice long list of Tama with, you know what I'm saying? Like you right click and you have one folder of Tama, one folder of Slingerland, one folder of Yamaha, one folder of Premier, one folder of, yes, DW, one folder of Pearl. You see, there's more than just these drums out there. There's so many of them. And with 45 gigs of content, that's all you have to offer? Okay? 10-inch. Give us a bunch of different 10-inch options. The 13-inch. Look, this is all you have. A DW Custom 13 and a HAL 10-inch. Okay? That shouldn't even be there. It should be a bunch of DW, as I mentioned before. One DW, one Tama, one Slingerland, one Ludwig, one Premier, one Yamaha, one Pearl, one your ass, one your motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? 3 choices. Red Sparkle. Nobody gives a shit about a red sparkle. You know, if you want to knock our socks off, people, how about you start from scratch and leave the kit the way it is, but deep 6 to 6-inch. Okay? Make it a ghost kit. Like all of these, or like these pieces right here. And then give us the option of creating a kit from a drop down with a sub menu. You know, I mean, do it up. And if you really want to impress us, how about when we select, I don't know, let's say a Pearl Masterworks, you have the whole design of that kit piece, and then load that full tom set, making that all a Pearl Masterworks or a Pearl export. Only 3 choices here, DW and HAL. Yeah, okay, you have all these different choices here, but they're not synonymous. They're not uniform. 18 should be an 18. 16 should be 16. See, you have 16 intermingled with 14-inch. Why the fuck are you doing that? That's stupid. Hi-hat, you have one choice. A Zildjian Master Sound. The Crash, you have a Zildjian A Custom 18 and a Medium Thin 18. That's it. No Sabian, no Paiste, no Istanbul, no AA, no AAX, nothing. Just Zildjian. That's it. 2 different. I mean, what the fuck is TRX? I'd never heard of that. Give us options here. A whole bunch of Sabian splashes, a whole bunch of Zildjian splashes. You know, Meinl splashes. There's not one Meinl in here at all. I mean, it seems like this plugin and the others are like 15 years in the past. Only one Sabian HHX and one Zildjian. Okay. 2 different China types. That's nothing. And 1 ride. A Sabian AA Bash. No good, folks. You know, now I understand why all of your plugins are on sale, because you don't have anything to offer and you're not updating the way you should. So, as far as I'm concerned, this update is for shit. It's, I mean, yeah, okay, you can change the UI from here, and they changed the drum drops, drum shots window, but even that's not working well. It's still a mess. But I mean, I bought this thing because I got it on sale, as I mentioned, because of the promo code. And I thought that after looking at the amount of content, I'm like, wow, these guys, they have a lot to offer here. It's going to be cool. I'll be able to do this and that and the other thing. Instead, I can barely do shit. And this motherfucker still crashes. And that's not just with this one, it's with all of them. Okay? Because, well, let's be fair. I haven't really messed around with Matt Grainer or Savior yet. Okay. Which I will be doing videos on because I do like that interface, with the drum cards and that whole thing and the drum wheel and, how you can pick and choose. And at least those kit pieces are designed. Instead, here you get, all right, you change the design of that Slingerland, or what is that a Slingerland or a little, I don't know, whatever. DW Wedge, okay, black, the red sparkle. Okay. See, this is what you should do with every kit piece. And change the shape. Make it a piccolo. Black Beauty, okay, same shit, same lugs, same hardware. But if I want a 14x4 DW piccolo, don't just change the color. Make it a fucking 3-inch piccolo. And that is not an 18-inch kick, okay? All the dimensions of the kicks are exactly the same. Purple, big fucking deal. Oh, I'm amazed this thing hasn't crashed yet. Yeah, another biggie. A whole Gretsch fucking kit would be beautiful. But you're not fucking doing that, man. The only thing that I do appreciate and do like is the sound of the samples. They are good. But that's due to David Bendeth and his crew engineering the samples and the sounds, which I give full credit to. Okay? My hat's off to you. You did a really good job with that. But, he's a third-party developer. He just engineered the sounds. The actual developers of Drumforge have their heads up their asses. They're just not catering to what a drummer really wants. So, I don't know, man. After all this time and all of the time that you put into this bullshit plugin is just not, it's not impressive at all. I mean, yeah, it's gotten some good reviews. Fine. Good for you. But if you want really good top-notch reviews and you really want to sell this thing, take my advice and fill this fucker up with all sorts of different drums and cymbals. And you know what else would be very good? If you started to incorporate percussion and orchestral pieces, give us like a right and left arrow here and click to the right and give us a whole orchestral kit that we can pick and choose. Click again and have a whole hip hop kit with some really cool hip-hop sounding kicks and snares. Acoustic, mind you. You know, there's no reason why you can't do that. And, moreover, if you do all this, you will be able to charge more for this thing. And it will be worth the fucking price. It really will. I'd buy it. You know, if it was stable and it really went through some heavy-duty beta testing, and you did cater to not only the drummer, but the singer-songwriter, you know, like you do with the song, which is basically what this is all about, right? Make this one lane. We don't need a groove lane and an arranged lane. Just make it one fucking lane. Give us the opportunity or the ability to drag and drop MIDI files into, all right, we'll just call it the arranged lane, okay? And give us blocks. Yeah, you might be ripping off Easy Drummer, but you can incorporate your own shit into this, okay? You can design it completely different. You know, you use your head. Okay. Give us more options. I want to right click onto this splash and I want to see Sabian and Meinil and Zildjian and Peisty and a whole bunch of other shit. And not 8-inch, 10 to 12-inch. You know, no one gives a shit about an 8-inch splash. 10 to 12. Those are like the standard sizes for a splash. Give me like 15 different Zildjian cymbals, 15 different Peisty, different. You know, I'm not even gonna. I'm getting circular. I'm getting circular with this. But you know, maybe one of those guys will be like, yeah, he's right. We should give him more to play around with here. All right. I think I've ranted and raved enough. But seriously, guys, you know, Drumforge, get your shit together. Give us something that's really going to wow us, because this is unwowing. It's bullshit. Okay, not much of an update. You need to really dig deep into this plugin and give us what we want, because this kit right here looks like shit. I want to see the design of the kit pieces, like you did with the first Drumforge. Why don't you do that? Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'll give you a perfect example. Okay. See how you have the kit pieces here and they're labeled Gretsch, Ludwig. I mean, you know, again, not much of a selection with the regular original Drumforge. Yeah, you have a decent amount of kicks, decent amount of snares. Here. I'll just give you an example here, okay? Kick, snare, Pearl export, snare, toms. Yeah, give me a Pearl export tom set. And there's only 2 toms here. Actually, you know what? I'll be getting into that shit when I do some videos on, all right, why not? The original Drumforge, Bergstrand, Matt Grainer, and Savior. But I'm showing you this for an example. All right, why not? Here. Low tom, mid tom, Hi, Tom. Hi-hat. Only two choices. Ride. All right. Now let's go to the kit wheel. Okay. See how you have all the kits designed as they should? Like that is a Pearl export. That's a Pearl Masters. You see that? That's beautiful. I love the way that looks. So why the fuck can't you do that with these drums? I mean, yeah, it might take you a little while and it might cost a little extra money, but you are putting this out to the consumers, people. Okay. And once you do get this thing fully updated and upgraded and filled to the brim with all sorts of different uh, drums and cymbals, then you can charge up the ass. You know, you could charge $200, $250 for this fucker, you know? But right now, it's on sale and has been on sale for a very long time. So that's my point of view. That's what I'm trying to express to you people about this plugin because it could be so much better. It has potential, but as of right now, it's a pile of shit. Okay? So, there you have it, folks. That is my my explanation and rants and raves of the updated version of Drumforge David Bendeth. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. And Drumforge, I hope you're fucking listening. Please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care.